What's your unfair advantage? In this video, we're going to try and discuss one of the best books that I've read when trying to figure out my own career, and using its lessons had led me to my first £1,000 on YouTube. As part of this, I'm going to show you through the Miles framework what my unfair advantage is. The main reasons why I got onto this book was the opening gambit that 1, life is unfair, and 2, don't let that be an excuse. It uses different case studies where people have really succeeded where they could have quite easily given up because of their disadvantage. So who should read this book? Well, I would argue everyone who's trying to suss out their own career, because it makes your career, in my opinion, so much easier. It's based around the Miles framework, which consists of 5 distinct areas. That's money, intelligence and insight, location and luck, education and expertise, and finally status. Really help you when dealing with 3 distinct groups, and so sort of think where you fit into, and that's the intrapreneur, the entrepreneur, and then finally if you do any form of training and coaching. And we'll dive into each one, how I've applied these principles into my own life. Before I do though, if you feel you're going to read this book, please use the affiliate link below, as it won't cost you anything extra and it really helps support the channel. So let me just clarify each of those 3 distinct groups as well. So first and foremost, the intrapreneur. This is someone who's really not interested in setting up their own business or their own side hustle, but rather looking at something to improve where they're at the moment, and sort of thinking about how they can improve their own workspace, and just something, some people call it a bit of a side quest. Not only does it have a positive impact on the business, usually, but they'll also have a massive sense of well-being, as well as they've done something and progressed it really well. So for me, my own intrapreneur has been used, or my own workspace, working predominantly at Eagle Clear Medical Practice, was my unfair advantage, was knowing how to create and edit videos. And thinking, well, hang on a second, can I use those to create my own YouTube channel? Which I have done for the practice. So I used my expertise and my status as a local doctor to sort of create effectively a health content creation channel. This wasn't asked of me and has really helped my career in medical practice, and I've used also the skills within my work with Hull York Medical School to create some videos for them. And also it just adds something a bit extra and just really helped me sort of on the day-to-day of doing something just a bit different that I absolutely love and enjoy doing. With regards to the entrepreneur, there are loads of talks about side hustles, establishing your own business and being independent, but the big stumbling block is sort of where to start. The entrepreneur sort of element that I've done is actually to create this channel, and so using the intelligence and insight can be as simple as reading a book that someone else hasn't, and then, like this video, reflecting back on it, or being on a course or conference that someone else hasn't. Hence why I do book reviews. I put about my interview about Red Whale, and also the work that I've done with sort of Medics Money, being a participant on their courses and then reflecting back on them. But by demonstrating that I was confident with teaching and putting out these videos, this led me to engage with Morph, and again reflecting the education expertise, leaning on the status as a doctor to provide clarity with this, led me to work with them extensively to then get my first £1,000, all thanks to my YouTube video. So finally, training and coaching. I'm a GP trainer, hence why I do a load of videos about them, and so I'll often say to trainees that I'm their unfair advantage, as I'll look after them, and that any contacts or any support that I can give, I'll generally more than happily freely share it with them. Makes them happy, keeps me happy because they're progressing really well. So just this week I had a trainee who was like, yeah, I'm really interested in sports medicine, I've just not really had time to engage with it. I went, hang on a second, I've got a contact who does a lot of sports medicine, I'll put you in touch with him and see how you can help out. The other way where you can use the unfair advantage is really to think about any quality improvement projects or any other projects that students need to do. I had one of my trainees who had got an autistic child, and she had gone through extensive engagement with local agencies just to try and get the appropriate funding and support that she was completely entitled to. But she was struggling, but she finally got it. That then to her provided insight and education into the process. And so she was able to condense this down into a patient information leaflet and communicate it far and wide, which was really, really well received. For her, the benefit as well is that she knows all of this. It's really, really easy for her to do it. And so she put it together probably in a day or 2, whereas actually to start something like that from scrap would have taken an awful long time. She was happy, the outgoing project was really good, and something really great has come off it. So I hope that's inspired you to read The Unfair Advantage. Please, 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 there's an affiliate link below. That, again, it doesn't cost you any extra, but a little bit of that will go to me just to help support this channel. And I'm Dr. Dave Himosh, GP Templates, and just think, what's your unfair advantage?